Hey everybody, welcome back to Northern Lion Plays Dark Souls 2. We just beat the boss in the chapel. Didn't go particularly well, but that is gonna seem like a damn dream compared to what we're about to deal with. This is Brightstone Cove Seldora. I don't know if it's actually pronounced similar to that, but I think it is. The enemies that we will encounter here are some of the largest pains, I guess is how I'm gonna pronounce English words from now on. Some of the largest pains in the asses in the whole game, I would say. Not quite the largest, I assure you of that. Oh, I wonder if there's something hiding behind here. Yes, not the worst enemies in the game. And in fact, you know, the spiders are among the nicest that we're actually gonna have to deal with. But I assure you that you'll encounter some of those as we get a little bit further. Some of the enemies that are pains in the asses. That homing soul mass throwing motherfucker that you saw outside. Picture like 7 of him in a row. And then the boss of this area is very difficult as well. But I'm not going to spoil that for you just yet. So what I'm going to try to do is make my way to the bonfire. To be honest with you, I don't think we're at an appropriate level or at least strength in terms of our equipment to actually beat the boss that's in this area. But I might as well at least show you the path, and it's theoretically possible that maybe we could succeed if I get very, very lucky. I very much doubt it. Hey, that's a free Titanite chunk. It'll probably cost me my life, but a free Titanite chunk nonetheless. Yeah, we might as well at least show you the path, and then we can go to another area, or maybe go back and fight the Rodden or something like that. I'm not totally sure what my progression will be right now. So there is a basilisk at the bottom. I did not think that Spider Bro would be able to make his way back up here. Obviously, these things, I get a lot of comments when I talk about them. It's basically like, they're necromorphs, and yeah, I guess to a certain extent, they look a lot like necromorphs from the Dead Space series. I mean, I know that I can follow that path in there to the boss fight, but I'm missing a bonfire. Really? Where did you come from? I'm missing a bonfire, and I think that it's close by, but I don't necessarily want to drop down here without any, you know, recourse. I don't think I've ever been over on this side. Oh, I totally have, and I hate these things. Alright, that's one of the wizards that was shooting at us. So there is a bonfire down here. I really doubt that they'll be able to chase us. What the heck's going on over here? Yeah, I really doubt that these spiders will be able to chase us, but now that I can see that they can... Oh! Heal quickly. Another homing soul. Yep, is on its way. Get inside. Get inside, okay. We're alright. That's not a chest, by the way, even though it looks like one. Is this a hidden area here? Okay, I don't think I've ever seen this switch before, to be honest with you. And a lot of this area I just kind of lion stratted before, so I'm a little bit unfamiliar with it. So I don't actually know what this does. Except spawn, apparently, like 8 more spiders. Oh, it lowers that chest so I can get something out of it. So let's skip by these guys for now. Okay, that clearly did not work. Maybe we'll try doing a jump instead. I'm very much kind of procrastinating, by the way, because the boss that we're going to encounter is annoying as hell. And we're probably not going to be able to beat it. So, Southern Ritual Band +1. I never got that in my off-camera play. What is that? Allows attunement of additional spells? Is that correct? Is that what I just looked at? Wow, fantastic. That's going to be really good as a strength character, for sure. I wonder if I could crush them there, but I'm not going to bother. Okay, so the bonfire, I know, is like right down there. So I'm going to try not to get my ass beat as I walk down here. I don't think it's in there. I think it's in here. Alright, and this is probably... Wait, that's not a bonfire. That's not a bonfire at all. This is probably my candidate for the worst bonfire in the game, though, if we can actually get to it. It must be through this door, then. Oh, it does not open from this side. Glorious. So I've made a terrible decision to come down here right now. Might as well at least farm some items from the bottom. Losing 2,000 souls is not going to be the end of the world. It's not even guaranteed yet. We get a petrified dragon bone. Sounds like what I gave to your mother last night. Quote-unquote, Trebek. There must be a ladder or something that we can take up there. I apologize for getting the route kind of messed up here. Is this too heavy to open, or is this one... It appears to open ever so slowly. Oh, you know what? This is an important area for us actually progressing to the boss. But we'll handle the non-bossy stuff in this area first. So Spider Town, about to be Spider Frown. This is where we want to go, I thought. There's an item in there, but it doesn't open from that side, I think. Okay, so we got the mail breaker. That's an interesting... Let me close this door. Doesn't appear so. It's an interesting, like, rapier-style sword, but I don't really want to use it because I am content with the battle axe for now. At least if we're going to use something that's not the battle axe, we're going to wait until it's a better weapon than something that's just comparable. So that was another Titanite chunk. It's nice to be getting those. It indicates kind of where we are in the game, I suppose. And we can just run through here. And we'll probably die, and we're dying without getting the lower bonfire. But there is a jerk dude here that we should try to avoid. And also kill, but also avoid. The real problem with this ding-dong is that the area you fight him on is just like littered with spikes on the bottom there. So the spikes are not super duper deadly, but they're gonna be really, really freaking annoying if I end up getting caught in them. So I'm just gonna basically whittle him down, and if I can knock him down onto the spikes, which I basically just did there, that's gonna be good for business a little bit. He'll take a slight amount of damage as time goes on, mostly just running through these guys for now. You don't always get alerted of NPC invaders, which I think is, you know, I guess I understand the reasoning behind it to scare you a little bit, but it is also sometimes really frustrating and really scary as well, which I guess is the point. So we killed him. We didn't gain too much out of that at all. Yes, there's an item up there. I've forgotten what it is. We might as well open this. Oh, God! Okay, 2 more necromorphs. I forgot about dealing with the enemies before the boss. This is why I like the swipe on the axe. It allows you to do things like that. Take out multiple enemies in one hit. There we go. Very useful for me. Now, is there a chest in here? I can't remember. What I do remember is there's 1,000 damn spiders. Regular spiders, though, so not the end of the world. And again, I'm basically banking on dying here. Rest assured that I don't hold a lot of hope in my head here for actually making it through this area alive. But by opening these, I'm actually setting myself up for a better position later so I can rush through this area on my way to the boss. But I really need to go like the alternate path and get the bonfire in the lower cove, which is an important one for bum rushing the boss. To some extent, anyway. It's not the most important thing in the world, but it's important. That thing was not alive. Maybe a waste of a radiant old life gem, but I'm just basically running in here to make sure I get this item. It's a homeward bone times 3. There's another item in this area. So let's roll into this. Not necessary. Soul of a Hero and Gold Pine Resin. Those are good items. Gold Pine Resin will be useful for us. Oh, that's real bad. Okay, so I'm going to homeward bone out of here. Hurry. Hurry. Not going to work. Not going to work. Okay, so I'm actually going to come up to the top of this ladder, and I should be able to make it out without getting killed. And we'll homeward bone back to our bonfire at the top of Bright Cove. Tesseldora? I'm not totally sure. And I would say, you know what? For an item gathering trip, that went okay. We got some stuff. We turned some levers. That's important. We pulled on some switches. Equally important, I would say. But we have apologies. I just moved my microphone there to come a little closer to my mouth. We have some work to do. So we'll rest here. Make sure we've got our Estus back. I don't think you need to actually rest to get your Estus back. Once you teleport, you've automatically basically rested. But now we try to find our way into lower Brightstone Cove Seldora. I will be very pleased when we eventually get through this area and never have to say the name of this boss again. Or the name of this area again. But also, yes, the name of this boss again. So, keep in mind, those sorcerers that I played with earlier are still here. We can use these kind of like pseudo zipline things. Try not to take that homing soul mass right on the face. Fail miserably in that attempt. But at least run inside. So, I'm not too worried, as mentioned earlier. Oh my god. I'm not too worried about, surviving. Mostly just wanted to get to this bonfire. So we're not going to be able to rest here, which is what makes this the most bullshit bonfire in the entire game. The reason we can't rest here is because of these damn spiders that constantly fall down from above. So as soon as we rest... Oh, he is dead. Good. As soon as we rest, we actually have to kill the spiders, or we won't be able to rest again because the enemies respawn. Those sorcerers may or may not respawn. But let me demonstrate what I mean by that as I move through here. So make sure this guy dies, and then we'll come back. I hope they don't respawn, or we're going to have a serious problem. But anyway, by resting here, now the spiders return. Give it a second. There they are. And now we can't use bonfire because they're too close. I really, really dislike this bonfire for that reason. But the good news is we really only use this bonfire to get to the boss, which I will show off and then probably go off to another area of the game. If you're frustrated by the structure of which I am handling Dark Souls 2, I apologize, but really I'm kind of working my way around until I find what I would consider to be a better item. I've already been in this area here. I think this maybe is where I got here, yeah. Until I find a better weapon, basically, and then I'm going to upgrade the shit out of that weapon, and we'll take out these bosses. I've done it before. It'll work, I promise you that. So, there was nothing else up here. I basically came up here just to farm items and chew bubblegum, and I'm all out of bubblegum. There's 2 spiders around me. My mistake. Let's make sure we chop those up. 1 hit with the R2, enough to get that done, and 1 hit with the R2, enough to get that done. R2! That was the worst C-3PO of all time. Alright, so now, the boss fight. Lion strats, very much appropriate for the path to this boss fight. There is an AI summon. Maybe I'll use humanity as we get a little closer, and I'll show that off. First things first, this lizard will explode. So you just want to get the F away from him. And come in this area instead. I'm gonna... Oh my god, I didn't get hit by that soul mass, which is amazing to me. A little bit of a labyrinthine path to make your way through the game here. But it's important to do unless you want to fight all of these necromorphs every single time. And if you end up fighting this boss multiple times, I assure you that you don't want to do that. So, this is the real scary part here. We want to get up this ladder, so we want to get necromorphy out of here. But we want to do so without getting hit so we can save our Estus flasks. Obviously, that didn't really work out too well. That's okay, though. Alright, so this is the area that will lead to a major boss fight. I am going to pop a humanity. I'm not imagining that we're going to have a very good chance to beat this boss on the first try, but it would be cool if we could, so let's summon our AI summon and see if that helps. Usually, he's pretty bad. Sometimes he doesn't even have the skill necessary to make it through the fog wall, which is really funny, but the way that this level is laid out is kind of cool. Basically, you're walking along these like spiderweb bridges, so you gotta kind of learn the path here. There's also some items that are around that you might want to look for. And I do, usually at least, but for now, I'm kind of just taking the more direct routes, and if we come down here, I think there's an item if we manage to jump across here, which we should be able to. Good stamina. Worse timing, but that's okay. And we'll see what our item is here. Corrosive Urn may or may not be useful. I never use it, though, so I would say it's not very useful for me. So we can summon Ashen Knight Boyd here, but in the meantime, let's just get our Ashen Knight through the fog wall. That was it was a play on words. It wasn't a very good one, I would say. We probably have a cutscene here. Alright, so this is Duke's Dear Freyha. It's, doubtlessly one of the bosses that annoyed me the most on my first time through the game. Did the knight actually make it into the room? If so, that's basically unprecedented. Why is, Freyha so annoying? It's so annoying because it consistently spawns, basically infinitely, these spiders. Now, there are some good things about, the Duke, or, well, it's not really a Duke, is it? It's Duke's Deer. It must be like a pet or something. It is slow to some extent, and also, it has 2 weak points. It's got a head on both sides of it. So you can actually, like, if you're getting destroyed on one side, just run around to the other side, get some hits in, and probably be in a much better position. Now, the real negatives, that attack with the legs does a ton. There is a laser that it actually uses that does a ton as well. And again, I can't stress enough the negative of there just being 100 damn spiders around you at all times. So, Ashen Knight Boyd is doing a pretty darn good job at surviving relative to the norm for AI summons in Dark Souls 2. So I'm going to let him keep doing what he's doing. And I think my general strategy is going to be don't get killed by spiders. Kill spiders whenever it's convenient. And stay on whatever side the knight is not on. So that way I can at least do damage while my NPC summon's getting torn up. So, yeah, I expected that attack to come, but in the meantime, hopefully the NPC can at least continue doing some damage. This is actually going much easier than it often did. In my off-camera playthrough, shit was borderline impossible as a result of the fact that the NPC summon never made his way through the freaking door. Now, don't do what I did. That probably nearly got me killed. Stamina management is always important. So, actually, this is going really well. Oh, he attacked the NPC. Obviously, he's got like a carapace type thing going on, so you have to make sure that you are hitting him basically directly in the face, or it's not going to go so well. Holy crap, I may actually end up succeeding here, and that's kind of remarkable to me. So just play it cool. Don't want to be the guy who dies after being in such a good position. Don't want to get hit by that corrosive acid either. Now, that was a little scary. Got low on stamina. Boyd is in kind of a rough spot here. Come on, Boyd, work with me. We can do this together. I haven't even used an Estus. You're not going to believe me. This boss is difficult. Usually, the AI doesn't actually offer any kind of help, at least in my experience. And I did summon the AI like 4 times in trying to make this work. So, I'm impressed. Where are you going, Boyd? Like, seriously. Okay. Oh, God! I can't believe it. It was going so well, and then I got pierced. Oh, God damn it. That's another reason that this boss is annoying as hell. And it seems like, you know, it wouldn't be right if I didn't at least die once to every boss at this rough area of the game. I feel like that one's definitely doable. So you know what? I know this might seem repetitive, but I'm basically going to go back and do exactly the same thing and hopefully succeed. I really thought that that one was just going to work out, and I was super excited to do so. Cannot use bonfire. Oh, right. I forgot about that whole thing. I don't know. Maybe at one point there will come out to be an artistic reason for why there's a bonfire there, or like a narrative reason, basically. There's a bonfire there that you have to kill enemies to be able to use every time. But I love Dark Souls 2. Don't get me wrong. I think it's a very good entry into the Soul series. I think it's, you know, nearly on par, or maybe on par, perhaps even a little bit better than Dark Souls 1, and people are going to have varying opinions on that. But that bonfire strikes me as, like, objectively bad design. And it's great that there's only, like, one area in the game where I feel like that, but it sucks that there's one area in an otherwise amazing game that I feel like that, I guess. Seriously, though, I do consider Dark Souls 2 to be, like, a 9 or a 10 level game for sure. So, I'm gonna go pop another human effigy. Normally, I would be a little wary about this, but we do have 15 of them, so no big deal. I'm also gonna, I know this is maybe a waste, but I'm gonna use a life gem just to get our health back. So we can save Estus for the boss fight, because Estus heals you a little bit faster, and can sometimes, you know, the fact that it heals you so quickly, like your health goes up so quickly, can sometimes be the difference between life and death. So, I think it's not the worst idea in the world to let that kind of happen. Now, I think, do I have resin? I think I have resin. But I think it might be poison resin. And I don't imagine poison resin is going to be all that useful for a fight like this. Because those spiders, I think, have a chance to inflict poison. Can't really remember. I think I saw an item on the ground, but it's going to be... let's just go in. I think it'll be easier to get later. Let's put it that way. Maybe we don't even have resin on our person right now. So I think step 1 for this fight is like almost always exclusively run around to the back. And then you hope that the NPC just actually makes their way into the arena, which again is not guaranteed, but he did, and he's wiping out spiders, which is good enough to be, you know, not in my shit list for once. You're no Lone Hunter Schmidt, let's put it that way. Now, you spiders, oh no! Okay, we almost got tagged by the web there, which actually seriously slows you the F down. So, you know, as long as Ashen Knight Boyd continues to do attacks on that side of the spider, I'm loving life. Because I can get in attacks over here, or just kite its aggression, that's fine by me as well. Now, just do not get pierced by one of these spider legs. By far the most important thing to watch out for. Alright, that spider's dead. The rate of spider generation is actually pretty low. So I should be fine. Now just stop spitting your acid, please. Oh. Yeah, that was really dangerous for me, but I survived and managed to get in an extra hit as well. This AI summon is doing work, but it's not going to carry me. That's just objectively true, basically. It's hard to tell, though, when you're on one side of the spider, whether the other side's attacking. I don't know. Okay, there we go. So it definitely attacked the NPC that time, so we can get in some shots of our own. And then just hang out on the other side. Again, getting hit by the web, in my experience, basically a death sentence. So let's try not to let that happen. I have no idea what happened there, but Boyd's in kind of a rough spot. Yeah, and getting rougher. That's okay, because Freya's so fucking close. Oh, this is good. Yes, attack me for a change. Give Boyd a chance to at least do a little damage. Come here, come here. Oh, no, 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 no. No, 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 no. Oh. I'm really, really sorry about that. I'm trying to think of what there's nothing I need to do in order to succeed there any better. I just need to be not as stupid. If I just stayed away, I probably would have had a much better chance. Imagine how much easier this fight would be if you had a weapon that did 400 damage per swing instead of 90. I mean, at this point, I've recorded like 5 episodes in one day, and I'm expecting to get a lot of comments, and the comments I'm expecting, we actually managed the rest of the bonfire there, I'm expecting will be like, well, here's a good location for a weapon, here's a good location for a weapon. I get that, but I don't want to, you know, take time out of my recording right now. Oh, then we have 5 gold pine resin. I don't want to take time out of my recording right now to go, like, get a weapon off camera, especially when it seems like I can survive fairly well if I just play nearly perfectly, and not to toot my own horn, but if I play nearly perfectly, it seems like I can do a reasonably good job of actually beating the boss right now. So I'm going to go back for that with resin, and we'll see if that works out for us. And if it doesn't, we'll probably end the episode there, and it'll be our least successful episode so far. But if it does, then I feel really good, because this was one of the harder bosses of this caliber. And, you know, it's this, it's the Rodden, and it's, what's the other one that I was unable to beat earlier? We have this, and the Rodden. I think that's it. We beat the Scorpion Lady. Scorpioness Nakia. Nakia? That's probably it. And I'm gonna pop a human effigy. Did I already pop a human effigy? There's one easy way to tell if I've already popped a human effigy. My legs are not looking so hot, so I have not popped a human effigy. Okay. Yeah, so it's this boss. This is like basically on par with the Last Sinner, even though we beat the Last Sinner much more easily, which is basically on par with the Rodden, which we got our ass kicked by a couple of times, which is basically on par with Duke's Freya, which is basically on par with another boss that we'll end up encountering, hopefully when we're a little bit stronger. But basically, yeah, there's like 4 paths that you take, and those lead to 4 bosses, and that's where we're at right now, is we're fighting the 3rd of those 4 bosses, but I don't think it's really... I mean, you can fight them whenever you want, is basically what I'm trying to get at. Simpleton Spice, I believe, lowers the amount of, like, intelligence required to actually use some spells. So I think it's okay to use a life gem here. I haven't been managing my health very well at all on the way in. Oh, shit. Alright, managed not to get hit there, much to my surprise. And maybe that's a reason why Ashen Knight Boyd finds it difficult to get into the room sometimes. Okay, you know what? Oh, god darn it. Okay. I just wanted to resin up before I got in. And now I'm ending up using 2 Estus before I even get into the fight. This is when lion strats go wrong. It's okay, just get through the fog wall. I've beaten the boss solo. I would prefer to have a high health NPC to help me out, but you can't always get what you want, right? So let's see how much resin helps us out here. I'm gonna imagine the answer to that question is a little bit. And that definitely seems to be true for now. Alright, got out of the way of that attack. Might as well get at least 1 pot shot in here. And again, the most important thing is just making sure that the NPC actually makes it in. He did. I got hit right off the bat, but maybe that'll take some of the pressure off the NPC for a while, because he's not doing so hot. We'll just fight a spider, because he's right next to us. Fight a spider seems to be a pretty good episode title for this. Alright. I mean, I could get pierced by one of those things here, so I gotta watch out, but... Thank you for handling the brunt of the riffraff for me there, Ashen Knight Boyd. Unsung hero, substantially better than the bosses we'll end up encountering, or sorry, the NPCs we'll end up encountering for a lot of the bosses in this neighborhood. Oh, that was dangerous. I gotta get on the other side, but unfortunately it's proving basically impossible. There we go, that's the good stuff right there. And we got stamina back. Very much have to watch out for that acid attack, or poison attack, which is what he got us with last time. The fight's going alright so far. He's gonna... Where are you attacking? There we go, that's what I was hoping for. Sorry to say, Boyd, but it helps me out a lot when you're the one that gets targeted, because then I can actually do damage instead. This is bad. Not bad, but it's gonna reduce my stamina. And Boyd went around to the other side. I feel bad for ever shit-talking his AI. He's doing a good job now. So the real problem with this attack You know, usually it's easy enough to stay out of the way of, like, the front, but it's stupid of me, and I often do it anyway, but I get hit by the legs when it happens. So I should use resin again, if possible. He's pretty confused right now. That gives me a chance to go for some easy attacks. And what I'm really worried about is the NPC dying, and then me not really having a chance to get more damage into Freya because of the little spiders that get spawned, you know? I don't know what this is. Alright, that seems bad. But we got in another couple of attacks there. Full stamina is good for business. And we're just going to bait another attack out, basically, and give... If the NPC has another chance to do more damage, that's great, but he's kind of looking not so funky fresh right now. More spiders have been spawned. Is this what spawns the spiders? That would explain a lot for me. So I'm going to Estus up. Almost got punctured there. I Estus up. Why? Because I know that we're getting close to the end of the fight. And we may not get another chance. If we die, we're probably going to get one shot anyway. So I'm just backing up. Oh, God, I took the chance to put on resin, and I'm regretting it greatly. Here we go. Boyd, you're holding it down. You're my Boyd. Boyd. Okay. Attack the NPC. Attack the NPC. I'm out of Estus. Oh, my God. This is always... I always lose it when it's so close to the end. The laser attack is going to fuck the NPC up. As you saw. Okay. Now play it cool. Gotta get around to the other side of the fight. So far, the prophecy has come true. What the fuck? Those spiders! They're doing too much damage. It's not fair. There's so many of them. Okay, just run, because one hit right now would definitely kill me. It's a laser attack. Go to hell, you spider dick. One more attack. One more attack. Oh, we did it. We mostly being Ashen Knight Boyd. That's not even that difficult of a boss fight. It's just a pain in the butt. So, the spiders are still coming after me, which at this point just seems like overkill. When you beat the Rat King, the rats all run away. Why don't you follow suit? So we used all of our life gems, and to be honest with you, we probably shouldn't have won that fight, but we did. So, I do want to get this soul, but I also, you know, don't want to die. That's a big part of my whole thing. So I'm gonna go get this soul, and then I'm not gonna die. Where are you? At this point, if I die, at least I get the soul. I could use like an item, like an Elizabeth mushroom or something like that. Oh my God, the loading times make it impossible to see what item that actually was. Or what the icons in the items actually were. There we go. Great soul embraced. And we'll just run down here to the primal bonfire and finish it off. So am I proud of my behavior in this episode? Am I proud of my tactics? No. No, I'm not. But we won. We used an NPC, so... Oh, God, I forgot about this whole part. Goodbye from the Lord's private chamber. Goodbye. Don't want to see you ever. Oh, you know what? This is freaking Vengarl, isn't it? Oh, well, I've very much screwed myself. Because I've got all these enemies to fight, including the spiders. I'm gonna die here. Can I at least light the primal bonfire before I die? Thank you. So I could just leave now and forever hold my peace. But maybe I'm gonna kind of run up here quickly and maybe... Oh, come on. You got no sense of right and wrong. That was good use of an Elizabeth mushroom, maybe one of the most, like, valuable items in the game. We're gonna resin up again, because I really want to kill Vengarl. He gave us the mask, and now I want the rest of his armor. I don't know who this guy is. There's probably some lore associated with him, though. Brightstone Key, Fragrant Branch of Yore, and Dark Quartz Ring +1. Alright. I think that's Vengarl anyway. He's got no head, which makes me think that he's Vengarl. When I think about the game and, you know, headless creatures, who do I think of? I think of fucking Vengarl. The dude in stone. Katniss Everdeen, the girl of stone. Anyway, I don't need resin to beat this guy. I just need patience, but I'm still on a little bit of a high after defeating that boss. Yeah, okay, so that is Vengarl. And that's Vengarl's shit. We just got all of Vengarl's shit. Okay, is that a successful episode? I would say. It was a little bit touch and go, but we made it happen. I'll just pet my cat, get a little bit more relaxed here. Go back to, you know, intellectual Dark Souls as opposed to reactionary Dark Souls. What do you mean you don't want to be petted? You always want to be petted. You trying to sleep now? Don't you know this is the excitement inherent in a From Software video game offering for consoles and the personal computers? I forgot what PC stood for. Surely it's PlayStation.
The soul and the curse are one and the same. Your soul has grown stronger still.
Oh, thank you for noticing.
I only hope it brings you what you wish.
Beautiful. Okay, well, I didn't really want to do this, but we'll level up instead. I didn't really want to talk to you because you're just kind of annoying for the most part. I'm going to level up Vigor and Vitality and a little Endurance as well. Why Vitality? Again, I want to pick up a big weapon that bashes the heck out of people, so I think this is a good choice for us. But in any case, that's going to do it for this episode. I hope you guys enjoyed it. That is 2 great souls embraced. We have 2 more to go. If you did enjoy the episode, make sure to show your support. Click the like button. It helps out a great deal. And, of course, subscribe if you want to see more in the future. As always, thanks for watching. I'll see you next time.